Hey Brittany, how are you doing? Okay, so I've got your work up here. Now, I want you to think about this, and there's a couple of other students that kind of went this route, and if you go through the critique board, you'll see that my recommendations are quite similar to what I'm going to recommend here. So this is, we step back and take a look at this class and what we are studying. We are studying personal branding. So this isn't a class in branding. This is a class in personal branding. Okay, that means you need to brand yourself. Brittany Gutierrez, not Goddess Studios. Or I'm not, or what, I don't even, I'm not real sure what that word is right there. So, but Goddess seems, it's not personal branding. You're branding more of a pseudonym, an alter ego, or a name of an organization. Okay, and that's not what this class is intended. This class is intended to establish personal branding so that you know how to brand Brittany Gutierrez as a designer. All right, so we're not branding, we're not promoting Goddess, we're not promoting Butterfly, we're not promoting flowers, we're promoting Brittany Gutierrez, the designer. Okay, for that reason, I would definitely just step away from this approach altogether. It's, as I said, this one, I can't read it. I mean, this is branding. It needs to be immediately recognizable. And so something like this, where the viewer's going, gosh, I'm not even really sure what that says. It's just going to, it's not going to work in your favor. My recommendation is to really reconsider your approach here and do not brand Goddess, brand Brittany Gutierrez. Okay, so there's the best formula for doing that is either by using initials, monograms, or even a G. Like this G right here, you could use in conjunction with your name, Brittany Gutierrez, and then graphic designer. Now, I'm not real sure. I don't remember exactly what your area of study is. So when I say graphic designer, I mean, you know, whatever your discipline is, you would include that. Okay, so you could include G. Your monogram or your logo mark could be a G. Watch my cursor, a G, and then Brittany Gutierrez, graphic design, okay, or graphic designer. Or you could use BG for the monogram, BG, and then and again, watch my cursor, BG, Brittany Gutierrez, graphic designer, or another configuration is BG on top, Brittany Gutierrez, graphic designer. The only thing you want to keep in mind in this regard is that the word graphic designer, let me show you an example here. See how this right here, so there's the logo, there's the name, and there's the discipline. So something like this is so clean, so accessible, so memorable, effective, harmonious. It's outstanding, right? So basically what you would do is this, see how the discipline is smaller than the name, and then the name is smaller than the mark. So the hierarchy order would go like this. The first thing the viewer is going to look at is at the mark. Then they're going to look over at the name, and then they're going to come down and look at the discipline. So the mark and then the name should be bigger than the discipline, as we can see right here. So think about that. So again, my recommendation is to sit back and seriously reconsider your approach here. I'd like to see you develop either an initial or a monogram mark, and then add your name and your discipline with that. Now, when you talk about monograms, you can be as creative as possible with monograms. I think a really great place to start is to just do a web search, and your initials are BG. So just do a web search, BG creative monograms or BG monogram examples. And I'm not saying go out there and find something and use it. I'm saying go out there and look at things for inspiration. The more you look, the more ideas you're going to get. The more ideas you get, the more effective your monogram is going to be. And I think you're going to be really surprised at how cool the results you get with just a little bit of research, sit back and some contemplation, and I think it'll work very well in that regard. Now, I know you want to point to your heritage in this, but let's just take things one step at a time. Let's establish a monogram, the name, and the discipline first, and then at that point we might talk about trying to tip the hat, so to speak, to your heritage. Okay. All right. So again, I recommend you reconfigure this and go ahead and try to work out some monograms in conjunction with your name and your discipline, and go ahead and repost here. I'll be glad to make further recommendations and comments when you repost. But I think the name of the game at this point is trying to get this done as quickly as you can, because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start taking attributes from the your logo and start borrowing some of the visual elements from the logo so that we can start building your resume and some of your other collateral material so that everything fits together harmoniously. Okay, so in a perfect world, the logo gets done first and then the other collateral materials get built off the logo. If you find yourself working next week into the logo, we can always just replace the logo in your branding materials. But as I said, it would be best for you to try to finalize your logo as soon as possible so that we can start using those attributes from the logo to start developing your other collateral materials. Okay, I know I've thrown a lot at you, Brittany, so I just want to, again, reiterate the importance of letting me know if you have any questions or letting me know if I can clarify anything that I've said in the last 5 minutes here. Really, this is important stuff, Brittany, and I really, really want you to sit back and think about the relevance of branding yourself instead of an organization, okay? Even if you don't plan on going into a design field, the scope of this class is personal branding, not organizational branding. Okay, so we definitely would like to see you develop your personal brand here and not something associated with a pseudonym, an alter ego, or an organization name. Okay, again, I hope my comments make sense. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. All right, thank you very much.